أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله أما بعد. This person wants to know what is the difference between trials and tribulations and between the punishment that comes from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. ما هو الفرق بين الابتلاء الذي يأتي من الله تعالى أو العذاب الذي يأتي منه؟ الفرق بين الابتلاء والعذاب.
المؤمن تصيبه المصائب كغير المؤمن، لكن المؤمن يعلم أنها من عند الله وأن الله يريد به الخير، وبالتالي هو يشكر الله على هذه المصيبة لأن المصيبة نعمة. ولذا قال النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم: عجبا لأمر المؤمن إن أمره كله له خير وليس ذلك إلا للمؤمن، إن أصابته ضراء صبر فكان خيرا له. فإذا تعاملت مع المصائب بوفق ما جاء في الشرع فهذه المصيبة نعمة من الله لك.
Sheikh said that the masa'ib or the catastrophes that befall a person, he knows that they come from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And when they come upon him, it's a sign and an indication that Allah wants from him or with him or for him good. And that's why our Nabi, he said in an authentic hadith, the affair of the believer is strange, and that is only for the believer. If something good befalls him, he has shukr, and that is good for him. And if something bad befalls him, then he has sabr, and that is good for him. So if the individual were to deal with these sa'ib, these things that come to him, they will turn into being ni'mas. Faddal. Question from the floor.
عند السؤال.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. شيخنا الفاضل، ذكرتم حفظكم الله عن مصاحبة العلماء والأجر المترتب على ذلك، فأثابكم الله. أريد أن أكون في صحبتكم باركم الله في السعودية، فهل تستطيعون أن تعملون على هذا الطلب؟ بارك الله فيكم وشكرا.
That brother, he said that the Sheikh spoke about the importance of being in the companionship of the ulama. So he made dua for the Sheikh and he asked Allah to reward him abundantly for his efforts and for his beneficial talk. And then he made a personal request and he said, Sheikh, I want to be your companion in Saudi Arabia, where you come from. So can you help me with that situation?
أنسر جواب: من قال لك بأنني عالم؟
The Sheikh said, the answer is, who said that I was a scholar?
لكنني أفرح بزمالتك لنكون زملاء في التعلم.
He said, but what I will do is, I'm proud to be your companion. I'm proud to be your zamil, in that both of us are getting knowledge and we're from the zumala.
فحياك الله زميلا.
So may Allah Ta'ala give you life, my zamil. This question is, what advice would the Sheikh give to the shabab or the youth that are affected by the fitna of women and the fitna of the Western life. ما هي نصيحتك للشبابنا الذين نجدهم متأثرين بفتنة النساء وفتنة الحياة الغربية؟
قل للمؤمنين يغضوا من أبصارهم. إذا استشعر الإنسان أن الله يراقبه حينئذ لن يقدم على معصية. إذا سرت في الطريق وكان هناك كاميرات تراقب السرعة، هل ستسرع؟ مراقبة الله أعظم. واعلموا أن الله يعلم ما في أنفسكم فاحذروه، يعلم ما توسوس به نفسه ونحن أقرب إليه من حبل الوريد. ما يلفظ من قول إلا لديه رقيب عتيد. إن عليكم لحافظين كراما كاتبين. يقول النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم: من صرف نظره النظرة سهم مسموم من سهام إبليس. من صرف نظره عما لا يحل له أبدله الله حلاوة يجدها في قلبه إلى قيام الساعة. نريد أن نزرع هذه المعاني في قلوب الشباب، وبالتالي لن يتصفوا بهذه الصفة التي ذكرت.
The Sheikh said that Allah Ta'ala mentioned, tell the believing men to lower their gaze. And we should know that Allah Azza wa Jal, He is watching us and He has an muraqabah over us. So we shouldn't disobey Allah Azza wa Jal. If a person is driving on the road in the street and he knows that there are cameras that are watching him, is he going to go fast and speed? Sheikh said no. He said the fact that Allah sees us even more and with more precision with that camera should be an incentive to make us not do things. Allah Ta'ala said, no, verily Allah knows what is inside of your souls. And He said, Allah knows what your souls whisper to itself. Allah Ta'ala mentioned in the Quran, He doesn't utter a single word except that over Him are two angels who are writing. Also, Allah said, verily over you are the hafidhin, or the malaika who are watching you. And then He mentioned a hadith that He attributed to the Nabi sallallahu alayhi wa ala alihi wasallam that encouraged people to not look at what is haram. And He said these are the issues that we should try to plant in the hearts of the shabab who suffer from this and people who don't even suffer from this as well. From the floor, تفضل.
بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين.
ما شاء الله ما شاء الله. أعيدك بكلمات الله التامة من كل شيطان.
From the floor.
نعم شيخنا، نعرف لا يجوز سجود لأي أحد، فكيف نشرع لما سجد والد يوسف إليه؟ هل كان هذا من باب احترام أو كان سبب ما كان مشروعا في شرائع من قبل؟
The brother wants to know that we know that it is not permissible, afwan, Sheikh. We can't make sajda to anyone, prostration to anyone. But in the story of Yusuf, his brothers, his father, his mother, they all made sajda to Yusuf. So how do we understand the sajda of his father, his brother, his mother to Yusuf? Is it a sajda of respect or recognition? What is it?
هذا من شرائع الأنبياء السابقين التي نسخت بشريعتنا. لما جاء الإسلام جعل السجود لله عز وجل وحده، والسجود عندهم هذا سجود تحية، سجود تحية وليس سجود عبادة. سجود العبادة لا يكون إلا لله في جميع الشرائع، أما سجود التحية فكان في الشرائع السابقة جائزا لغير الله يريدون بذلك التقرب لله، كما أننا نسجد ونصلي إلى جهة القبلة لله، هم هكذا إخوة يوسف.
The Sheikh said that this, and the brother mentioned it as well in his question, the Sheikh said that this is from the Sharia, the legislation of the people who went before us. It was allowed for them in their legislation to make sajda like that to human beings. But when Al-Islam came, our Islam that the Prophet brought, sallallahu alaihi wasallam, our religion made it impermissible to make sajda to anyone except Allah Azza wa Jal. Another issue is this sajda that they made, the sujood that they made, and it was allowed before, it was sujood of greeting. When you greet someone, tahiyya, when you greet someone. And it wasn't the sajda of worship, because sajda of worship was impermissible in all of the legislations that went before, but they were allowed when you make sajda to greet and show honor and respect to someone. This person wants to know here, the person wants some suggestions of ways to soften the heart and how to deal with a heart that is hard. يسأل هذا السائل هل من نصيحة في طريقة في ترقيق قلبه، كيف يرقق قلبه وأنه يعاني من قسوة القلوب، فهل من كلمة في ذلك؟
قسوة القلب لها علاجات كثيرة، نذكر منها 5 أنواع من العلاج. الأول تذكر وصايا الله عز وجل إليك، فلما أعرضوا قست قلوبهم، هكذا الأمم السابقة. الثاني سماع المواعظ، وأعظمها مواعظ القرآن، كررها على سمعك لتدخل إلى قلبك. الثالث الابتعاد عن المعاصي، لأن المعاصي تقسي القلب، وإذا حصل منك معصية فبادر إلى التوبة ليرق قلبك. الرابع ارحم الخلق فيرحمك الله بتليين قلبك. وأعظم ذلك الضعفاء، وفي مقدمتهم الأيتام، امسح على رأس اليتيم، تصدق عليه، تكلم معه بالكلام الحسن حتى يرقق الله قلبك. الخامس دعاء رب العزة والجلال بإصلاح القلوب.
Sheikh said as far as having a hard heart is concerned, rectifying a hard heart has many ways to be done, but I'll mention 5 of them right now, inshallah. The first one is to always remember what Allah has commanded and what Allah told you to do. Allah Ta'ala mentioned about the people who came before, when they turned away from Allah, their hearts became hardened because they made al-i'rad and they turned away from Allah. Number 2, that a person should listen to the mu'idah, the exhortations, preaching, teachings that cause the heart to become soft. Number 3, to stay far away from sins, disobedience of Allah Azza wa Jal. Number 4, to have rahmah on Allah's creation. If you have rahmah on Allah's creation, Allah will give you rahmah, and part of the rahmah that He will give you is to cause your heart to be softened. You should have rahmah, especially to those who are the weak ones, the du'afa, especially the orphans. Have rahmah towards them by giving them sadaqah. Have rahmah towards them by making nice kalam when you see them. Have rahmah by generally trying to enhance their condition. And number 5, ask Allah Ta'ala in your dua, ask Allah to rectify for you your heart and to make it soft for you.
أسأل الله أن يرقق قلوبكم، أسأل الله أن يصلح قلوبكم. يقول النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم: إن في الجسد مضغة إذا صلحت صلح الجسد كله، وإذا فسدت فسد الجسد كله، ألا وهي القلب.
Sheikh made dua 3 times that Allah Ta'ala causes all of our hearts to become soft. And he said that the Nabi said, sallallahu alaihi wasallam, verily inside of the body is a morsel of flesh. If it is rectified and it becomes pure, then the rest of the body will be rectified and it will be pure. And if it is no good and it becomes corrupt, then the rest of the body is going to become corrupt. He said, verily, that morsel of flesh is the heart.
Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. First of all, I'd like to thank the Sheikh for sharing your beneficial knowledge with us. May Allah preserve you and reunite us with you in Jannah for the dose. Firstly, I would like to know is a man, if he has one wife and he's been with her for a couple years, وبعد ذلك يريد زوجة الأخرى, he wants another wife, but he knows his first wife doesn't like it. Would he fall into the category of not having mercy upon his wife if he still pursues it? Or because early edition Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam said, "La yarham Allah man la yarham an-nas." So I want to know, if he still pursues it, even though he knows his first wife won't like it, would he fall into the category of not having mercy upon his wife?
حياك الله. زوجتي تشاهدني ولذلك أعتذر عن الجواب.
Akhi, the Sheikh, he said that the Sheikh has actually come here to the UK with his wife, and his wife is here watching him right now, so he is not going to answer that question. Question from the floor. Hey, Ikhwani, let's keep this ball rolling. The quicker we can do this, the more questions we can get going. It's as if we're wasting a lot of time just waiting around.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. My question is just where we came from in West Africa, many people, the member of these groups, and they always talk to us regarding hidden knowledge, like a knowledge that people know and a knowledge that people doesn't know. That meaning that the awliyas from these Sufi groups, they always say that, they always bring this argument with this story actually we're dealing today about Musa and Khidr, and they say there's a motive behind it. So if you can just elaborate that, please, inshallah.
يسأل الأخ ما يقوم به المتصوفة من استخدام هذه القصة، قصة خضر مع موسى، بأن في هذه القصة يعني ادعاء علم الغيب لأوليائهم ولشيوخهم، فهل لكلامهم شيء من الحق؟
الآيات التي وردت معنا في قصة الخضر تدل على أن هذا العلم من عند الله عز وجل ليس من عند نفسه، وبالتالي فإذا جاءنا إنسان وقال أنا أعلم هذه الأمور من عند نفسي، يقول لم تشبه الخضر عليه السلام الذي قال الله عنه وآتيناه رحمة من عندنا ومن لدنا وعلمنا رحمة من عندنا وعلمناه من لدنا علما. إذن ليست هذه طريقة المتصوفة، طريقة الخضر ليست طريقة المتصوفة. النصوص جاءت بأن الغيب ينفرد الله عز وجل به، وأنه لا يطلع عليه أحد من الناس. فإذا جاءنا أحد وقال بأنني أعلم الغيب، نقول وهذه الآيات القرآنية التي وردت في آخر سورة لقمان مثلا إثبات أن الله عز وجل ينفرد بالغيب، وأنه لا يعلم الغيب أحد سواه جل وعلا. وبالتالي من ادعى أنه يعلم الغيب قلنا له يخالف ما في القرآن.
The Sheikh, he said, first of all, the ayat that we dealt with today, they clearly show and indicate that the knowledge that came to Khidr was knowledge from Allah, not from himself. And that's why Khidr said to Musa that Allah said that he had been given knowledge from Allah and mercy from Allah. And he never said that the knowledge came from him. So this is not the way of the people of Sufism. People of Sufism, the person comes and he says that the knowledge is special knowledge that the Sheikh has is his knowledge, and he can see the unseen. He says, so what this story is saying is different from what they are saying. Because anyone who claims this, he's gone against the Quran. The Quran has clearly showed that the knowledge of the unseen, Allah alone is the one who possesses knowledge of the unseen, and no one else is Allah along with Allah in that. So if someone came and said he knows the unseen, we're not going to believe him, because we have too many ayats like the last ayat in Surah Luqman that clearly indicate that the ilm al-ghayb is for Allah by himself.
في سورة النمل آية 65 قل لا يعلم من في السماوات والأرض الغيب إلا الله.
In Surah Al-Naml, the ant, ayat number 65, Allah Azza wa Jal said, tell them, no one knows the unseen. No one in the heavens, no one in the earth knows the unseen except Allah.
Bismillah, alhamdulillah, wassalatu wassalamu ala rasulillah. What can be said to the one who says there is a difference of opinion in the sifat of Allah? It is given metaphoric interpretations like the hand of Allah is the power of Allah.
يدعي بعض الناس يا شيخ أن في صفات الله سبحانه وتعالى تماثل مثل يد الله سبحانه وتعالى يعنيها قوة الله نعمة الله. فما قولك في هذا؟ ماذا يقال في مثل هذا المجال؟
يعني جاءتنا نصوص في القرآن تثبت صفة اليدين لله كما في سورة صاد قال الله جل وعلا لما خلقت بيدي في آية 75. وبالتالي من شأن المؤمن أن يرد آية في القرآن، وهناك أحاديث نبوية كثيرة تثبت هذا المعنى. هل نقول الرسول صلى الله عليه وسلم لا يعرف الله، أو أن النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم عاجز، أو أن الرسول عاجز عن البيان، أو أن الرسول يلعب بقلوب الناس وعقولهم؟ حاشا وكلا. وبالتالي ليس لنا شأن إلا السمع والطاعة، كما قال الله عز وجل وما آتاكم الرسول إيش فخذوه.
The Sheikh said that we have Ikhwani in Surah Sad, ayat number 75, that Allah has established in this ayat and many other ayat that He has two blessed hands. He established that for Himself when He said to Iblis, what prevented you from making sajda to what? To the one I created with my two hands, with my two hands. And we have many, many other ahadith that support this. So can someone now come and insinuate or clearly say that the Rasul sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he didn't know Allah, that he was incapable and unable to explain the reality of the hands of Allah, that he played with the intellect and the hearts of the people? He said this is not fathomable. There's something that shouldn't be thought of or said. But what the believer has to do with these ayat and with these ahadith, he has to hear and he has to obey. And that's what Allah said in the Quran. And whatever comes to you from the Rasul, then take it. Whatever He gives to you, take it. And whatever He prohibits you from, leave it.
Saeed.
Bismillah, assalamu alaikum. Can the Sheikh advise brothers that want to make hijrah from England, for example, but brothers have the opinion that there are no righteous leaders, all the leaders are upon kufr, for example, not forbidding the shirk, not forbidding magic and taking alliances with the kuffar. Is it beneficial to leave this country and go and live in those countries where the governments are corrupt? Or does the Sheikh know where there is a righteous leader we can make hijrah to?
الثاني السؤال الثاني جزاك الله خير. السؤال الثاني.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum.
عليكم السلام.
I just wanted to know, when it's based on praying, when the Imam is leading the prayer, is it based on the person who has the most knowledge, or who's like the elderest one, who's the most older one, basically? I wanted to know between the two differences, because someone told me it was the person who had the most knowledge, and someone else told me it was the person who was the oldest among the people.
من أحق بإمامة الصلاة الأكبر أو الذي هو أعلم وأحفظ لكتاب الله؟
اللي بعده.
من يكتب لهم شيء؟
Another سؤال question.
Sheikh, take some from the table. Take some from the table, please.
علشان ناخذهم كلهم نجيبهم مرة واحدة.
Yeah, the Sheikh, he wants to get everybody's questions so they can answer everyone's question. So if we do it this way, maybe we should just leave the brothers and just do the questions because there's so many here and we get through this because this is taking a lot of time. Maybe we should just take the questions that are there, Arabic ones and the English ones, because this way is going to be forever.
هذا يقول على الهجرة.
يعني يريد يعني
والثاني شو يقول؟
حاجة.
والثاني الأخير.
من أحق به
الإمامة.
الإمام الأكبر والأعلم.
اللي بعده.
Next person.
I'll try to be quick, inshallah. One prominent person in my masjid, he made a very strange statement saying that Allah Azza wa Jal is everywhere except the toilets. That's secondly.
قيل أن الله تعالى في كل مكان إلا المرحاض أكرمك الله. وفي كل مكان إلا المرحاض.
Is it permissible to pray behind such a person?
هل يجوز الصلاة وراءه؟
بعده.
Next, come on, Ikhwani, the next guy. It's difficult, just the next one, the next one.
Assalamu alaikum. A brother's asking a question. He's saying that I work in an organization that has people with different beliefs inclined to Sufism. Now, should I boycott them or continue working in the organization to give them da'wah?
What happened? What happened?
The brother is working in an organization where there are some members who are inclined towards Sufism. Now, the brother is asking, should I boycott them or should I still remain and give them da'wah?
اللي بعده.
Next.
السلام عليكم يا شيخ. سؤالي الواحد الذي يريد يطلب العلم هل في مواصفات أو علامات بها يعرف العالم الرباني أو الداعي الرباني من الذي يعني يخشى من علمه كي يحترز منه؟ بارك الله فيك.
That brother wants to know, the one who wants to get knowledge, how can he tell the real qualified, competent scholar from the one who's not qualified and competent?
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. ذكرت حضرتك الصبر وفضائله، فعندي سؤال مركب من شقين، فهل تستطيع معي صبرا؟
تفضل.
الشق الأول في قوله تعالى في سورة الكهف أيضا، وإذ قال موسى لفتاه لا أبرح حتى أبلغ مجمع البحرين أو أمضي حقبا، فلما بلغ مجمع بينهما نسي حوتهما اتخذ سبيله في البحر سربا. وفي الآية الأخرى في البحر عجبا، فما الفرق بين السرب والعجب؟ هذا شق. أما الشق الآخر لما قال حتى إذا أتيا أهل قرية استطعما أهلها فأبوا أن يضيفوهما فوجد فيها جدارا يريد أن ينقض فأقامه. أما في التأويل فقال فضيلتكم أما الجدار فكان لغلامين يتيمين في المدينة، فما الفرق فما جاء بالقرية وما جاء بالمدينة؟ وجزاكم الله خيرا.
بعده.
Assalamu alaikum. Sheikh, what's the ruling on democracy and are we allowed to vote in this country?
ما حكم الديمقراطية وهل يجوز للإنسان أن يرشح أحد هؤلاء الناس؟
اللي بعده.
السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته، حفظكم الله. هل لازم أن هل تحصل جنسية جديدة لتحاج إلى بلد آخر، مثلا تحصل جنسية سعودية أو صومالية هكذا؟
السلام عليكم يا شيخ.
عليكم السلام.
أبا نصيحة يا شيخ، لأنه أنا في شوية في حيرة، يعني في حيرة، فكل ما أروح مسجد يعني في لندن، أنا جاي من السعودية طبعا، فكل ما أروح مسجد يقولوا لي لا تروح المسجد الفلاني أو لا تروح المسجد الفلاني، فأصبحت يعني في حيرة. ونحن جايين دحين هنا في أخوان يعني مسلمين نحن الحمد لله، فيتضاربوا عشان واحد يبي يروح المسجد الفلاني والثاني يبي يروح المسجد الفلاني. فكان تقدر تدينا النصيحة إننا نكون يد واحدة يعني، وما فرق بين المسجد الفلاني والمسجد الفلاني، وكلهم في منهج واحد يعني واعتقاد واحد الحمد لله.
Assalamu alaikum, barakallahu feek, Sheikh. My question is, someone who says that in Aqidah, Ahad narrations are not accepted and they are uncertain. Is this something that the Salaf came with? Did they accept Ahad narrations into the Aqidah, or does it have to be mutawatir and without no doubt? Jazakallah.
هل تقبل أحاديث الآحاد لإثبات العقيدة؟
اللي بعده.
Next.
Assalamu alaikum. Ya akhi Abu Sama, can you tell the Sheikh thanks for coming down and giving this beneficial talk? And the question I want to ask, Khidr was a righteous person or a prophet, and was the son held back for him while he was in a war state of a war? While he was fighting, is it true that the son was held back for him because of him being a strong man or whatever?
هل صح يشكرك على مجيئك ويسأل هل صح أن الله تعالى حبست الشمس لخضر أثناء حربه؟
السلام عليكم شيخي، أبي أسألك سؤال على الجهاد، سؤال بسيط. إني أنا أسمع كثير من الشيوخ زي الشيخ محمد العريفي يتكلم على الجهاد في سوريا، فما سمع الشيخ يتكلم على جهاد في فلسطين، فأبغى أعرف ليش.
السلام عليكم. When does a person exit the fold of Ahl Sunnah wal Jama'ah, and what do we do when one scholar says someone is a Sunni and the other one says someone is not a Sunni? What position do we take?
ما هي الضوابط التي بها يعرف الإنسان بخروج شخص من دائرة أهل السنة والجماعة؟ وماذا نعمل إذا قال عالم معين أنه سني سلفي وقال واحد غيره أنه غير ذلك مبتدع؟ إيش نعمل؟
بعده.
Next.
Finish.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. Akhi, and I would just want to know, someone told me that there's a person that Allah will take deen away from him and bring it back for him just to test him what he would do when the deen he took. That just want to know if that's true. Someone told me, Jazakallah.
That someone told you that Allah will take the deen away from you? I can't hear you. Put the man on the mic.
Yeah, to Allah test him what he would do when he took the deen, and see if he would follow the shaitan or feel sorrow and live life with no misery, or Allah, he will stick with Allah, or he will follow the shaitan. Allah will test him and bring back the deen for him.
Allah will test you.
Test him, yeah.
سمع الأخ قد يبتلي الله تعالى عبد ليرى هل هو سيتمسك بالدين. هل هذا صحيح؟
اللي بعده.
The one after that, the next one.
خلاص finish. طيب ايش؟ ما اعطوني اياها، مسؤوليتهم ليست مسؤوليتي. من لم يستطع الهجرة ماذا يفعل؟ لا يعصي الله. إذا لم تعصي الله حينئذ لا يلحقك شيء من المأثم، فاحفظ نفسك من معصية الله. أجل.
Sheikh said the one who can't make hijrah, nothing is wrong with that. Nothing is upon him. He just can't disobey Allah Azza wa Jal. So if you can't make hijrah, do your best not to fall into disobedience where you are.
من الأحق بالإمامة؟ الأقرأ لكتاب الله، أي الأكثر حفظا للقرآن كما في الحديث. طيب الأكبر صفة ثالثة، إذا تساووا في القراءة وفي العلم بالسنة أخذنا بالأكبر. حديث يؤمكما أكبركما لأنهم تساووا في القراءة وفي السنة.
The Sheikh said as far as the leader of the salah, who salah, the one who knows the most Quran, the one who knows the most Quran. And if they're equal in that, that's what the hadith told us to do. If they're equal in that, then the one who knows the most sunnah. And then if they're equal in that, we go to the next characteristic. The one who knows the one who is the eldest. And you go through the tartib of the sunnah.
الله في كل مكان إلا المرحاض. طيب تحت الأقدام يكون؟
Allah, someone said in that masjid that Allah is in every place except the toilet. So that means that Allah is under the people's feet. That's not the toilet. Allah is under the feet.
صديق يعمل مع المتصوفة انصحه وأكثر من نصيحته واجعل علاقتك لنصحه وإنقاذه مما هو فيه.
The Sheikh said about the one who his friend is working with a Sufi organization, should I cut him off or should I advise him? He said, make your relationship with him a relationship where you're going to advise him to the best of your ability, try to help the guy.
صفات العالم الرباني سبق أن ذكرتها في خطبة هنا قبل سنتين في هذا المنبر، وأشير إلى بعض الصفات. 1 العمل بالنصوص وتقديم النصوص على الآراء. 2 النظر للآخرة وتذكير الناس بالآخرة. 3 الاهتمام بإصلاح القلوب لتتعلق بعلام الغيوب.
Sheikh said, concerning the characteristics, how do you know a scholar who is a Rabbani, qualified, competent, and you take knowledge from him as opposed to the other one? He said, I gave a khutbah here about 2 years ago in which we dealt with this topic, but I mentioned very quickly some of the characteristics. Number 1, you see that he works by and he works with the nusus, the legislation, what was mentioned in the Quran and Sunnah. Number 2, he puts the legislation before his own opinion. What Allah said, what his message say, he puts that before his own opinion or anyone's opinion. Another characteristic is that he's always looking and contemplating and considering the hereafter. That's his goal, that's his objective. Another one is that he reminds the people of the hereafter. Another one is his goal, his objective, his way of giving dawah is to connect the hearts of the people to the Lord of the who knows the unseen.
سرب أي مسلكا، عجب طريقة غريبة. هذا الفرق بين سرب وعجب. سرب أي مسلكا لأنه لم يعلم بذهاب الحوت بعد، فلما علم رجع بطريقة عجيبة بسرعة من أجل أن يدرك الخضر. أما فأقامه والأسئلة التي بعده اتركها للغد إن شاء الله.
Our brother, the Egyptian brother, he wanted to know about in these 2 ayahs. He wanted to know what is the difference between some words that came in the ayah and the Sheikh mentioned to that brother.
سؤال الديمقراطية، أنتم تعرفون الديمقراطية أكثر مني.
Sheikh said about democracy, you people know democracy better than me.
لا تروح المسجد الفلاني، نقول الإنسان يعبد الله عز وجل وينظر ما الذي يبرئ ذمته عند الله سبحانه وتعالى، وبالتالي يسير على هذا.
The brother was asking about the confusion that we have. Don't go to this masjid, don't go to that masjid, don't go to this masjid. And the people are basically on the same thing. The Sheikh said, look, you worship Allah. Make your goal, your objective to worship Allah. And you look at the place in which you're going to get benefit in terms of your relationship with Allah Azza wa Jalla.
هل تقبل الأخبار الآحاد لإثبات العقيدة؟ هذا الكلام حديث بحث يكون بين العلماء يتباحثون فيه ويتحاورون، وأغلب مسائل العقيدة فيها دلالات وقرائن وأدلة متعددة.
As far as whether or not you can accept the hadith as ahad, the one irregular hadith, and issues of aqeedah, and aqeedah is established by that. The Sheikh said these issues like this of aqeedah are issues that are discussed between the scholars of al-Islam, and in these issues a lot of times the dalalat and the barahim, the proofs of the issue, they sometimes come very clear and sometimes other than that.
حبست الشمس للخضر، نقول أخطأت الذي ورد في الخبر ليوشع ابن نون.
As for the sun being held back for Khidr, this was not correct, it's wrong. But what is authentic is that the sun was held back for Yusha, the young boy who was with Musa.
ضوابط الانتساب لأهل السنة، الجواب العمل بالنصوص الشرعية وعدم تقديم آراء الرجال على النص وعدم تحريف دلالة النصوص في جميع المسائل، والعمل بجميع النصوص، لا نعمل بما يتوافق مع آرائنا فقط بل نعمل بجميع النصوص.
The Sheikh said as for some of the dawabit or the regulations, some of the things that let a person know who is on the sunnah is that the Sunni person, the one who's on the sunnah, he's the one who works with all of the text, the dalil that comes. He's going to take it wherever it takes him. Another example is he doesn't put people's opinion before the proofs. Instead, he puts the proofs first. Another characteristic is he doesn't change the meanings of the proofs to fit his desires. Another description is he takes the proofs wherever they come, and whether they're for him or against him. And he doesn't take the proofs only when they're for him, but he rejects them when they are against him.
السائل الآخر يقول الدكتور العريفي ذكر مسائل الجهاد. أنا لست مطالبا بشرح آراء الدكتور العريفي، وبالتالي بإمكانه يسأله مباشرة.
Someone asked about the doctor Arifi, that is something about jihad in Palestine. Why do people were talking about jihad in Syria? No one's talking about jihad in Palestine. So why is this? That Arifi said this, Dr. Arifi said this, so why is this? The Sheikh said, look, that Dr. Arifi, I'm not responsible for what he says. If you want to know why he said, then you have to ask him why he said this.
يبتلي الله العبد هل يتمسك بالدين؟ نقول حتى الأمر بالصلاة فيه اختبار للعبد، هل يتمسك بدينه؟ الأمر بجميع شرائع الدين هذه للاختبار. النعم التي عندك أيضا يراد بها أن تختبر، وهي نعم، هل تشكر الله فيها أو لا تشكر؟ فليس هذا خاصا بالمصائب فقط. أسأل الله لكم التوفيق، وصلى الله على نبينا محمد.
Ikhwani, concerning the Allah trying a person, Allah tries a person in that He orders them to make salah, He orders them to be upon their religion, and even the ni'mah that He gives the people is also a test to see if they're going to be give shukr or what. And He asks Allah for you all khair, inshallah.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم.